Hi, everybody. It's really delayed and I don't know why. Okay, that's better. All right, good morning, everybody. We are live here from the UK. That's better. And I really wanted to, I was asking my guides this morning what they would like me to do on this week's live stream. And what came really strongly was that we really need to connect with our own intuitive knowing. Okay. So I've been a medium for, well, probably 30 years now, and a channel for source, and also a trauma specialist. So I incorporate the two. I incorporate my spiritual gifts alongside being a therapist to help people to heal themselves, whether it's emotional, physical, spiritual. But what I really wanted to do is to help you by teaching you how to connect to your own divine knowing. And so when we have this ability, when we know that we can access our own answers, then we start to become so much more trusting in the universe. And at the moment, obviously, with everything going on in the world, an incredible awakening happening, but lots of fear as well. I think a lot of people are reaching out for answers. And of course, it is really great to have a reading with someone. It's brilliant to have some insight, some guidance. But it's also really, really important to know that firstly, you have all the answers within you, that you are a divine being of light, that you are a divine being of source, and that you have all the answers not only within you, but for your body. So if your body is showing you a message, then your body is basically talking to you via your soul. And I know that sometimes seems like a difficult concept to understand. But when we think of ourselves as a soul having a human experience, and if we took off this jacket, this physical body that we have chosen, then underneath would just be this incredible light and this incredible infinite soul that's lived many times before. So when we know that, then we have this ability to tap into this inner knowing. So we have our higher self, which is the part of us that is connected to all that is, that our true soul's mission, why we're really here in this world. And we also have our guides, and those guides can come in many forms. I work with many different guides. I work with galactic guides, which are, in my case, the Palladian Collective. I work with the Actuarians as well, and the Actuarian Council. And I also work with the Council of Light. And so Lord Ashtar has been coming and working with me quite a lot recently, because I've developed some healing chambers, which are remote, or where you place yourself in a healing chamber and everything that no longer serves you, for example, in abundance or healing the body or relationships or body image, is actually removed. And there's some incredible results happening at the moment with my membership group and with those that have decided to sign up to the money chamber. I'm just hearing daily emails coming in of saying incredible opportunities. So if you want to be part of the money chamber, that one is on my website and you can join it. So just go to susankennard.co.uk. But what I wanted to say about that was that the galactics come in and they work very deeply with healing the vibrational field, but also all of the times the ancestors, the lifetimes, the physical parts of us, our thought forms, everything. And so they're really coming in at the moment to assist us. and they are incredible beings of light. So I have those guides that work around me. I also have other guides. I have guides from Egyptian times, hence the background here that you've got with the pyramids and the beautiful moon behind. I have many other guides that come in, so doctor guides that come in and work with me when I'm working with healing the physical body of people. And I have other angelic presences that come in. Many of the archangels come and help work with me. I have Mother Mary. I have Jeshua sometimes coming in as well. And Melchizedek comes in for mission readings to activate missions. So we have many, many guides and many angelic presences with us. We also have loved ones. And that's where the mediumship aspect comes in for us, is that we can be a channel for source, but we can also be that medium in between the fields. So essentially, when we pass over, then we are still able to communicate with others that are here on the earth plane, the same as the guides do. So being a medium for 30, pretty much 30 years, I know that the loved ones are very much around us at the moment. And there are also many that are around us that have passed over that don't know that they have. And so when I'm going to do a clearing statement before we start connecting in a moment to help you to find your own inner guidance, we actually do a clearing statement now that is preparing the sacred space, but it is also helping those that have passed through shock or through suicide or any other form, and they realise that they haven't left this plane yet, that they've left their physical body, but they haven't left this plane. And so it helps those to go to the light that have needed to do that. And all of us being incredible, I suppose we would say lighthouses or light workers, some people say, but a lighthouse for people, a guiding light for people, attract that. Because souls can see our light and they just feel attracted to that because it feels like home. Okay, so we're going to do that shortly. The other thing I want to say to you is that I don't really read the tarot cards, but if you're drawn to that, then that's another way of divining. It's another way of finding some answers for yourself. I tend to just do things like oracle cards for people. And when I run my healing events and my astrology events, I use oracle cards, and the guides will come in and give me information individually for people through that card. But essentially, being a medium allows me to connect directly. So I just get told and I get shown clairvoyantly. So I don't really use cards to divine answers. That's not how I work. But if you do want tarot, then that is something that is a really fun and exciting way to work, as long as we're doing it from a sacred space. Okay, so I'm just going to have a listen to what my guides want to do. Yeah, okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect with grounding into our body. You know, we are this physical being as well, and we need to ground into Mother Earth. And one of the ways that we're going to do that is we're going to connect with our Earth star, and we're going to connect with our soul star. And then after that, we're going to connect with our higher self today. Okay, so we're going to connect with our higher self, and I'm going to take you through that process. So just for a second, just think about something that you might like the answer to. Whatever's going on in your life, it could be personal, it could be collective, and we will connect with that. And feel free to ask me any questions. I'm just going to have a look on and see if anybody has come on live, because if you have, it's really difficult for me to see on the screen here, but I can see afterwards. So if you have any questions, please do write them, and I can answer later on and answer your questions later on. Okay, so please, if you enjoy these lives and you'd like to see them again, or you'd like to be part of my community, just hit the like and subscribe, and then you won't miss anything that comes up later on. Okay, so let's come into our heart space. And I'm just going to say the clearing statement so that we're clearing the space and preparing a sacred space. Creator, all that is, it's commanded that you pull, clear, cancel, and delete on all 4 levels and resolve on the history level. Any waywards, any watchers, any entities, any attachments, any thought forms, for anyone here present and anyone listening after. And also all of those souls that have left this plane and need to go to the light, to release them now and let them know it's safe to go to the light, to go home, and that they can come back at any time to visit us. 'Tis done, 'tis done, 'tis done. Thank you, show me. And allow us all to be pure, clear channels of light so that we may trust in our guidance, that we may understand so much more about who we are and know that we have a divine mission within our soul that is imprinted, that is a true knowing. And so it is. Okay, so connect with your heart space. And I want you just to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just find that peace, even if it's just for a couple of moments. Just find that peace within. Just connect with that peace. Fantastic. So I want you now to imagine that underneath your feet, you can see a beautiful star. And this star is your Earth star. And just connect with that Earth star, feeling the sense of support from Mother Earth and feeling the sense of the knowing that you are connected, that all your needs are met on this earth plane. Good, remember to breathe. And then I want you to imagine that you can see another star above your head. And that star is your soul star. And I want you to connect with that soul star and imagine that it is expansive, connected to the unified light of consciousness, to all that is, that it holds all of the wisdom and knowledge of all of the times before, the wisdom of the ancestors, wisdom of the multiverse, and all of those times that we have inhabited other galaxies. That wisdom is held there. And I want you to imagine that you can bring that light all the way down through your crown. And I'm being shown this as a golden light. So just imagine a golden sparkling light coming down. Fantastic. All the way through your body. And all the way through, right down, I'm seeing right down to Mother Earth. And now I want you to imagine that you're expanding that light as if you're in this bubble of expansive light, sparkling and expanding throughout the room that you're sitting in, the building, the land, the country, and the world. And I want you to imagine that you can connect with a beautiful light in your heart. It's just above your heart. And I want you to see that light pulsating, expanding. Just connect with your higher heart. And I want you to imagine that you could actually connect with that rhythm. And you're feeling that sense of pulsing, maybe a wave, maybe just a flowing energy. And with your hands on your heart, I want you to ask the question that you want the answer to. Just ask it either out loud or in your heart. And then just listen. Some of you may feel the answer. Some of you may see it clairvoyantly. And some of you may hear it clairaudiently. Just feel into that. And when you feel you've got a sense of the answer, how does it feel within your body, within your heart? Does it uplift you? Does it make you feel more at peace? Does it give you clarity? These are all things to look out for when you're asking an answer. Your higher self and your guides will never ever give you an answer from fear. When we drop into our heart space, we can really gain those answers from a place of love and not from a place of ego in our mind. We always have to drop into our heart to ask answers. So just feel into that. And if you feel comfortable with that, maybe ask another question now. An answer that you would like to a question. And sometimes we can say, and what else? What else do I need to know about that? Okay, so when you feel ready, you can come back. And just know that you can revisit that connection, that process at any time. So any time you want an answer to a question, we always prepare a sacred space. Whenever I teach either my beginner's class in connecting with your guides and mediumship or my advanced channeling course, the first thing we always do is to prepare and clear the space. And this isn't from a place of fear. This is from a place of respect and honouring the sacredness of connecting with spirit, with connecting with source. That we are creating a beautiful healing space to receive only those from a place of unconditional love. If you feel that the answers you get either from yourself or from another medium or another channel are from a place of fear, then you know it is from ego and not from a place of a higher consciousness. In all the years that I've been a medium and a channel, I have never been given anything that was negative for another person. Never. And I think that tells us that if we are coming from fear, this is a construct to keep us from shining our light. So remember, When you are directly connected to Source, you are directly connected to your higher self, to those that assist you and help you. They've chosen to help you on this journey. Ask them, but always ask them from a place of pure unconditional love. And the statement that I said at the start, feel free to maybe write that down, keep it on your mobile phone or something, and use it daily. It's a statement that I use every single night before I go to bed. And every time, in between clients, in between teaching, interviews, my podcast, whatever it might be, I always use that statement. Because we are energy, and there is a huge amount of energy in this world. Everything is energy. So we are always coming into contact with different types of energy. And if we can keep our intention pure and clear, then we know that we can trust the universe, we can trust our guidance, and we can trust who we feel drawn to. Spiritual teachers, there are many spiritual teachers, which is a fantastic thing. But it is really important to feel that connection first. So whether you feel drawn to work with me or another spiritual teacher or channel, always come into your heart first. Feel if that is the right person. And if it feels right, then go for it. And if you have a sense maybe in your solar plexus, or just a sense that the dates don't work for a course, or the timing doesn't work, or the time zone doesn't work, then you might know that there is a reason for that. That you're always being looked after, that you're always being guided. And never doubt it. We just had an incredible full moon in Aquarius. And I've been an intuitive astrologer for a while now, and I run donation moon events. And it was the second full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is all about humanity. So it is about accessing our true humanity within. Wherever it falls in your chart will be relevant to you. But it is about humanity. And what we're seeing is two sides of humanity at the moment. We're seeing the war, the destruction, the aspect of fear. But we're also seeing this incredible expansion of opportunity. Incredible. And those that are in my abundance healing chamber for money and prosperity are noticing that they are feeling this feeling of expansion and opportunity. And also on many levels, in the sense of how they feel about themselves, how they feel in the world, and the vibration that they're putting out. Even their relatives that they've chosen to add as well, they are experiencing insights into perhaps choosing a path that is more aligned to their mission. So it's very exciting at the moment, and we need to know that everything is always provided for us. Never ever fear. If your job comes to an end, I know that that can be fearful, but know that there is always a much better door that's ready to be opened. If a relationship comes to an end, know that that part of your life, that part of that contract has come to an end. You've learned what you needed. They've learned what they needed. If where you're living changes, maybe you move, maybe you need to move, maybe circumstances put you in that position to move, know that the energy of the next place is more aligned to your soul's mission. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. I thoroughly enjoy doing these lives. I'm going to try and do one weekly. And this will also be on my newsletter as well. And if you want to follow me, find me on susankennard.co.uk, where you can find out all of my offerings. But please like and subscribe so that I can see you next time. Much love for now.